right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem Harakadash.
Belongs to the elders and apostles, bring millstone, rule and teach world, peace and blessings to the whole form of faithful elect, across the four corners, living and preaching His truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Again, shalom.
Shalom.
Right, as you can see from the title of the lesson, then come up with another live lesson, but we give you bros on some information now. Right, just basically breaking down the scriptures at the end of the day, breaking down how the angels are literally manipulating earth, the events that take place on earth now. Okay, from the wars that take place, from the things that happen on the planet, these things are literally being orchestrated, manipulated, orchestrated and manipulated by the angels. Okay.
Yeah, real quick, man, brought up 1 Corinthians 3:19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
All right, so what the wisdom of this world, the sciences, okay, they got all these top Edomites going, these so-called scholars, they're going to these advanced schools, years and years of their life dedicated to what are the chariots? Right? What do they do? What are they here for? What are these UFOs that you see?
The little green people.
What are these green
The green reptilian with big heads, man.
Gray aliens or ETs right now. What is that? Right, but we got the answer right here. Simply in the scriptures.
Right.
For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craft.
And how is He taking the wise in their own craft? He's using His men. Right? He got His men making you look simple, man, because it is simple. Right? Things are plain. We can tell you what's flying them chairs right now. We can tell you how they function, what's in them, where they going,
Who
what
in
they
them?
doing,
What they come to do.
All right, what they coming to do in the future. Right? So all these things are hidden from you right now. Earth about to open the mouth to that.
Right. Hold on. Come on, babe. All right. To bag you up. Hold on. I had another piece of our holding, and then I thought I was gonna be able to go back to it. Okay. All right. This is okay. Trying to get here you go right here. First John 2:20. Back D-Rad up. It says, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things, man. We don't have to speculate, man. According to the Bible, it is written, you know.
Hypothesize right now. We gotta hypothesize.
Educated guess.
It's statement right now. What is okay? And that word unction going to anointing, man. At the end, they were just thankful for those men. We were blessed to know exactly what's going on there, man. Keep it simple, right?
I got you one right quick. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood.
Right? That's the ultimate help that the woman could get by swallowing up that flood. All these lies getting swallowed up. Right? It's starting to become common knowledge through these men.
In which their woman is Israel.
Y'all notate that. Hey, Jeremiah 6:2. Back that up, man. Okay. So how we shout like as that commonly woman, man, delicate woman. Okay, that bride. Okay, that merge. You see that marriage being brought back, man. All right, and we're merging these prophecies together through secular history. What we're going to get into. Okay. God,
Spiritual aspect of it,
right? Right, bro.
Spiritual and a literal, bro.
Right.
And a literal.
It says, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Right. So as the earth swallowing up the flood, right? These archaeological findings that are coming out with all these sightings, okay,
Israelites waking up.
Yeah, Jake waking up.
Yeah.
Right, breaking it down. To
Anything that exposes the lies the so-called white man is pushing out on the earth, man. From secular history to biblical prophecy, man.
Right.
Okay. To these truths, the casting down these strongholds, man. Ooh. All right. Why as it says the earth? Okay, well, Israel is scattered throughout the earth. On one hand, right? And our fucking bones, like the scripture says, prophesied, have been scattered throughout all the goddamn earth, man. So you got to go into secular history, archaeology, and you got to filter all that through what? Through the scriptures.
Know what's true and what's
and like the brother say, that's how they get married.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, bro. Right. History. Yeah, answer.
Yeah.
Okay. And a quick research. Let me break this because this a bad y'all up.
Okay.
Just on a point. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined. Right. The so-called white man's days are numbered. Right, okay. The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
That's why in this constant cycle of speculation. What is this? What is it? All right, but we can explain it to you, man. We can tell you everything. That's not everything.
That's the angels basically let you know you at the end of the road, Esau.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the angels coming back letting you know you have reached the pinnacle of your technological advances. Okay.
Right.
It's time for you to go down. Straight up.
Yep.
Okay.
Go down, man.
I just want to beg y'all.
It's Daniel 4:17. It said, this matters by the decree of the watches, right? Who are the watches? Talking about the prophets right there. And the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Right? He sets your bounds and who's going to rule to this period of time. We got the information. He literally is setting the bounds. Who's going to rule to this period of time? I'm going to enforce it to where this nation going to come into power. I'm going to send chairs down there to help this nation. All right?
Only he that will let until he be taken out of the way.
The chairs.
That's all I want to take his ass
out of the way. We can't do it. Our powers come from the heaven above, man. Okay, the fourth dimension, man. All right, it's coming from up there, man. All right, through the chariots. So when you read Isaiah 13 chapter, it speaks about what Yahweh Shah calling his all sanctified ones to preach the gospel. Then he's gonna call his mighty ones for his anger. Those are the chariots, what you're seeing. What the world knows is UFOs or UAPs or tic-tac objects. Those are our brothers, man. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
It says Daniel 4:17 from the middle, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, which is what we're telling you. Right? That all the events that led to Esau getting into power, it was all orchestrated. The angels were manipulating, ultimately, Yahweh was manipulating the whole thing. Using those chariots, using those angels, man. Literally. Okay? He was literally sending those chariots down there to help Alexander in battle. To help the
Persians.
Yeah, the Persians.
All of them.
All of them.
As a matter of fact, when you get Nebuchadnezzar's image, it was the angels that put the head in place. Took the head down, replaced it with the silver.
Right.
The head of gold, replaced the head of gold with the silver. Which the Medo-Persians. My brother, they love this topic, man.
They love it, man. We love the issue, man. Love issue.
Okay, and so on and so forth, all the way down to the toes. According to the book of Daniel, the Lord and the angels was orchestrating all of this shit, man. So if they come to an image, that means that's basically the Lord telling you that he got Esau and every other empire that rules the world down to a fucking science.
Hey, man.
I can break them down all the way to an image. I know this bitch so good, I can draw an image.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Like the picture of it, you know what I mean? Like the picture of it.
Right.
That's it, man.
I can give you a visual of how they gonna go down.
That's right,
before they go down. Come on, man.
Hey, that's the Lord let you know, look, I'm gonna make it plain up on the table.
That's a real vision.
Right? Get no kids there, right? You don't get no kids, man. Yeah.
I don't think he was cold, huh?
He wasn't cold.
The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. setteth up over it the basis of men. Like,
Right.
that's how he started having the power, man. The angels literally helped him, man. Right, on the order of the Lord, the angels literally helped you start getting the power. Just like they're talking about this, they're gonna help us get the power.
Right, bro. The bank you read up.
Yep.
Second, what you brought up?
Dang,
Okay,
17.
second Ezra, right on with him, bro. Second Ezra 11. Start at 39. It says exactly what the brothers have read.
Yep.
Or not thou, it, speaking of the so-called white man, right, that remaineth of the four beasts. Okay? Because let's bring the four beasts out.
Right, bro.
Bring them up. You got no. You know the scripture, but the first one was the what? Babylonians.
Right.
The second one was the Persians. We just broke it down to you. The third one was the Greeks.
Exactly.
Or the freaks. Right? And the fourth one was Rome, man.
Right, man.
But Rome is broken up into two parts. See, that's the part that you got to emphasize on, because Rome, you got the ancient beast and you got the reincarnation of the beast, man. That's why the scripture says the beast that was
and is
the beast that was not yet he is. The beast that was yet he wasn't, but yet he did live. Basically, the ancient Roman Empire fell, right? And then they came back, man. They were basically reincarnated through the system that we know today as NATO, man. Okay?
Right.
Or what you call the European
Union.
Okay, which is a coalition of Edomite or the 10 toes spoken of in the book of Daniel.
Second chapter.
Right? They're all under a treaty, but they're separated the same way they're prophesied. Your toes is not, you don't got just one toe on your foot. You got what? On each foot, you got 5 separate toes, unless you're one of them giants. One of the, they used to have six fingers and 6 toes and shit.
Yeah,
you know that shit was wrong. 6 fingers and 6 toes. 12 fingers, man. Come on, man.
How you make that up?
But bring it on, right?
Hey, bring it up. Hey, the European Union. You got to know what the European Union is. You know what NATO is. Can't just say NATO or the North Atlantic treat on it. You got to go in detail of what it is. Somebody asks you that question on the block, you got to know what it is.
It's a reincarnation of the ancient Roman system that rules that world. Right? Yep. It's the same system that rules this world. The only difference is broken to pieces, man. Yep. Okay, part of it is in America, part of it is in Britain, part of it is in Spain, part of it is in Portugal, Luxembourg, all the way down to this, man.
Ireland, Canada.
Okay, that's right.
Right.
The house divided against itself cannot stand. According to prophecy, they won't stand.
Yeah.
But anyway, it says, or not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts, so out of the Babylonians, the Persians, the Greeks, and the Romans, who still remaining right now? The reincarnation of Rome. I know you think that piece about that world.
Right. So I'm getting off the verse. Revelation 17. I'll start with 11. It says Revelation 17 and 11. It says, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is of the 8th. And it's of the 7th and goeth into perdition." Right? Of the 8th, that's talking about great, that's almost like Rome right there, man.
Yeah.
Right? Now, verse 8, it says, "The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition." You know, that bottomless pit, that's talking about Europe. Right? It says, "And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. They behold the beast that was and is not and yet is."
Yet is in the form of today.
Right. I got it.
Bring it out, huh?
Yep. Daniel 7 and verse 8.
Hey, go ahead. Now that's beautiful. Because we're going to tie it
all the way in.
How this whole little system even got into play, showing that it was the powers, the heavenly powers, that manipulated all of this.
Right, bro.
And it's secular historical accounts of angels manipulated.
Yep.
We're going to show you where it's written in the Bible and where they were actually recording it on the planet, man. Go ahead, huh?
Daniel 7 and verse 8. Back in the front up. "I consider the horns, which is also known as the four beasts, okay, And behold, there came up among them another little horn.
The little horn, of course, is a miracle, man.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Before whom there were three.
Which is the British, the Spanish, and the French.
Right.
Okay. That's how America gained their independence. War of Independence, right?
Yeah. American Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War. It's like.
Yeah.
And through all that was how the whore of Babylon was birthed, man. That's how she was born.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yep. That same, like Mel was saying, that same little horn is that same whore that sit up on top of the scarlet-colored beast with the brothers reading out of Revelation 17 chapter.
Yeah, because she started out as 13 little colonists, man. Now look at this whore. She all over the place, man. Keep it not at home.
Yeah. I like that. God, I like that. I like that. Beautiful, brother. It says, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
Go ahead.
And behold,
they still exist. They just over here in this soil, they were uprooted to where they don't own America. America is America, so-called America. Great Britain is Britain.
Yeah.
Spain is Spain. France is France.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And it says, behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth.
We call it intelligence, man.
That's right.
All right. Because you have to have what intelligence in order to win a war. Right? And we already know the eyes of Yahweh are upon a several kingdom. Okay. So if the Lord give a beast, whichever one of these beasts that the Lord give, if he give that beast eyes, that means he's giving that beast or that entity or that nation intelligence, so that they can win wars and conquer nations and fulfill prophecy.
Intel, right?
High intel.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, huh?
Yep. And it says, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things.
Yeah, that's all them blasphemies, man.
Right, man.
Oh man, you got it, huh?
Oh yeah, and we can prove that. Back that up. The book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1. It says, and I stood up on the sand of the sea, Apostle John speaking, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name, the name of blasphemy.
Blasphemy, man. Because that's all the so-called EU, the whole NATO system, the whole entire United Edomite. But they're not united. But I'm just saying the United Edomite front, man. His whole structure, power structure, man.
Yep.
Okay, go for all you motherfuckers, man. Go ahead.
Right. Yep. And it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Going to that.
Which is, of course, the Greeks.
And
the Greeks had a part in this beast. Because why? Greeks are Edomites.
Yeah.
The Greeks are scarlet color, are they not? Are not they red devils?
Red.
Okay, go ahead to the dog, or what else? Go to the next report. The leopard, and then what else?
Yeah. Hey, and just to back you up, in the book of Maccabees, the first chapter, in the first Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 61, it identifies the Greeks as being Idumea. Back what the elder saying.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. And if the Greeks are Idumeans, the Romans are Idumeans. And that's why they took the Apocrypha out, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
All right, which goes to the Gog, Magog, which we know that they modern day Russia, which happens to be what nation of people?
Right.
Edomites. So that's the Lord showing you that even though the Greek, like traditionally Greek is known as the brass, it wasn't a part of the iron, but the scriptures are letting you know that it's the same people. That's why it's grouping that leopard in, right? With the scarlet colored beast. That's why it's grouping that bear, linking that bear to the scarlet colored beast. Because we put Russia as if they're separate from the beast. We put Greek as if they're separate from the Roman Empire, but nevertheless, they're the same fucking people. Okay, when them Greeks was dying, and throughout the years, they were being reincarnated as Romans, man. Okay? You got ancient Greeks and ancient Romans being reincarnated today as Russians. Okay? Y'all fucking Edomites, man.
All of y'all, man. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It says, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. Know what that is? Written. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat,
which is the ancient Roman Empire.
Empire.
The dragon
Right.
is the ancient Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
And how did they get their power? From the ancient Roman Empire by what? Keeping all of their
Customs.
all of their laws, all
Yeah.
of their blueprints.
Yep. And like I said in the same chapter, he exercises the power of the first beast.
Right, brother.
Okay. I mean, like the president who's right now, the king of Babylon, Joe Biden, he's doing the same thing that these Caesars, okay, Roman emperors was doing, okay, doing the Roman Empire. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So Rome was before it was an empire, it was a house governed by the Senate. Okay. That would give the Senate gives the military power to exercise, okay, actions upon earth, man. Okay, and this beast, Rome Empire,
it's policy.
Policy.
It gives them political. It validates them politically.
Yeah.
To just commit anything the fuck that they want to do.
Yep. You know, Daniel 7:25 and Daniel 8:25. Okay, that whole policy.
Laws, man.
Mm-hmm.
Change times and laws.
That's right, bro.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Jeez.
You got it,
You got it.
These actual articles,
All right, and then we're going to get straight to it, and then we're going to be not rushing. You know what I'm saying?
This Alexander one, right?
Now, we're going to bring the scripture out since we're going to go there. Let me get that about the ego.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, gotcha. All right, this article is entitled, it says, did Alexander the Great really see UFOs? And the answer is yes. All right, but these UFOs were literally, which we're going to get into, and they're going to talk about. It says, during the siege of Tyre in the year 332 BC, right, and then when Alexander was coming against the Persians, strange flying objects were observed, right, and it says, during this battle, the fortress would not yield. It's as if the walls were 50 feet high and constructed so solidly that no siege engine was able to damage it. Okay, all right. So the Greeks were at a disadvantage right now. It's telling you that Alexander was at a disadvantage. Right? He was in a situation where he couldn't beat the Persians right now. Okay, and it says, right, it said that the Tyrians disposed of the greatest technicians and builders of war machines of the time, and they intercepted in the air the incendiary flaming arrows and projectiles hurled by the catapults in the city.
That's
so
some 2022 news, man.
God,
I'm telling you what.
I'm basically telling you that the Persians had the advantage. Right? They had the defense down, they had everything down. The Persians were winning right there. Right? But this was more did.
It was prophesied for them to go down, man.
Right, man.
All right, and let me bring this out.
God,
all right, this is Daniel chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at 16. It says, and behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, by the visions my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. But how can thy servant of this my Lord talk with this my Lord? For as for me, straightway there remain no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me. It says, let me get straight to the point, man. Okay, here you go. Verse 19, and said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee, be strong. Yeah, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Then said he, knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the Prince of Persia.
Right, he's gonna fight with the Prince of Persia. Like, he's literally gonna fight with the Prince of Persia, man. Just get straight to the point.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, man.
Proverbs 21:1.
So if the king's heart in the hand of the Lord, what the fuck is the military, man?
Come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You really think Yahweh Shai had to get down and fight a fucking heathen? Physically?
Cracking nasty ass, man.
I need help, Michael. Michael, come help me, man.
Help, man. No.
Ah, man. That's called strategy, man. They're playing Monopoly. That's what the angels
they do, man.
Spiritual Monopoly, man. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
look, Michael, look, let's go take him down, raise him up.
Yeah.
Let's go kill about 100,000 of them.
Yeah. You know? they want to have fun like that, man.
You just there, you in the middle of the fight right now.
I'd rather die Yahweh Shai willing, but we get power like that, man. And we want to take his ass, kill all of them right there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the Most High was finna do that to the nation of Israel.
Man,
I'd kill them all.
The angels are here because they know you bitches finna try to kill all our heads, man.
Right, bro.
That's why the angels are already here set up. They're showing themselves, man.
Right, bro. Yahweh says I gotta shorten these days. If not, angels gonna kill everybody, man.
We at the disadvantage right now. We're in the same position that the Persians was in right now. The Greeks like it.
Right. Only this time we the anointed, we the chosen.
We the one electric.
Yeah, he was just raising the Greeks up to beat our ass.
Yeah.
Because the Persians was being too nice, man. Because remember, Cyrus gonna go build our shit. He Israelites go back, people name. The Lord like, this ain't slavery. What the fuck going on? Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Look, hey, go raise that white boy up, man.
I'm gonna take over right here, man. Yeah. You want to give them more nationalist what we got right here.
Right. I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied.
I'm not entertained.
I want these motherfuckers punished right here. Right? That's what he said. I'm not entertained right now.
I'm not entertained, man. I'm not what the fuck is this? So I raised up the Persians and y'all gonna be nice?
Yeah.
You know?
Shelter like this here, man. Yeah. Pat on the back. Go ahead.
Okay. So it says okay, then said he, knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee, and now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia, and when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come. So he's leading the Grecian army. Yeah. When I go forth, right, he's telling you that I'm against the Persian army, and when I go forth, the Grecian army shall come forth. So that's the Lord telling you, him and Michael was on them chariots, the same one the brothers read, that Alexander and them had a physical eyewitness account of. How was Shai and Michael was flying them motherfuckers. Come on, man. That's your How Shai in Daniel the 10th chapter talking. Let me back that up. Let me back up. Daniel 10:5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were golden, girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face has the appearance of lightning. Yes. And his eyes has the lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like the color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. That was Yahweh Shai, man, of the gate. And Michael knew. Right, bro. That's who the fuck Alexander knew was up there looking. And they're the ones who led Alexander into victory over the motherfucking Persians, man. Yeah. According to the Bible, according to secular history. Next, we have the more historical events. We can bring up every fucking war, man. And you're gonna have so-called UFO, what they call UFO activity, man. Because it is the angels that manipulate wars, man. It is the angels that manipulate the affairs of men. Matter of fact, y'all getting
I got y'all. Can I get one real quick?
Go ahead.
Backing you up. Proving that the power comes from above. Speaking of Antiochus, it's Daniel chapter 8 and verse 20, start at 23 and read out 24. And in the latter time of their kingdom,
Esau know that shit too.
He know it,
That's why he gonna be moving the Right. If I go, we all go.
Right. I'll take everybody out, man. If I got to go, he got to go.
Oh, you just going.
That's right.
I have to go hide in the hole under the ground.
Yeah.
That's how this devil thinks.
That's how you think, man. He on that time frame. They ain't 24. And his power, Salaki, they ain't 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when their transgressions come to the full,
right,
a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences.
Ooh, understanding what the prophecies,
right?
Knowing who the laws, statutes, commandments, and this holy book is talking about. Knowing who the holy people is. Knowing their history. Knowing why they're in slavery. Okay? These world leaders understand these dark sentences, man. Yeah. They know who the fuck we are. Outside of that, how can you have Psalms the 83rd chapter? Ooh. It wouldn't be Psalms the 83rd chapter if they didn't understand dark sentences, man. Yeah. You go in the book of Ezekiel, what is that, 28th chapter? It say he is wiser than Daniel. By the multitude of thy wisdom, you have become wiser than Daniel, man. Just roughly paraphrasing, man. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
Yep. And understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and in his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Because you know that's going into
angels they put whoever got the advantage on the earth right now, the angels help them get that at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
Right? I got some red. It's Word of Maccabees 3 and 18. It says, unto whom Judas answered, all right, Judas Maccabees, it said, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the power of heaven, it is
many
all
to
one.
Be shut up in the hands of a few. What, men of the Lord? Don't stop the mouths of many, man. You fucking naysayers out there, you people. The scripture said, I think we brought it up earlier, the Lord gonna confine the wise.
Yeah.
With the foolish things in this world, man. You know? And why is it really foolishness? No, it's not foolishness. It's that y'all perceive this to be foolishness. So the scripture says, woe to them that call good evil and evil good. Well, y'all call wisdom foolishness. And y'all call foolish wisdom. That's calling good evil, evil good. Period. And you people gonna fucking see, man, in this time, man. And you're gonna be willing to the day about power.
That's right.
Go ahead,
with the power of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battle standeth not in a multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven.
Y'all hear that? The victory of battle stands in what? The multitude. It comes what as far as who wins and who loses, right? Comes from heaven, right? Okay, that's why the scripture says, so shall it be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? We are controlled and manipulated by the angel, by the Lord and the angels, man, or what you call the fourth or the spiritual realm. The fourth dimension is the spiritual realm. And we're manipulated by that. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Ain't changing.
You know?
Yeah. I got you. Slap. I got some vision.
Okay, go ahead. It's Psalm 91 and 11. Right? That's 10. It says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, but he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
Oh, hey man, that's self-explanatory right there. That's talking about to the elect. So if the angel got charged over the whole elect, how much more this fucking heathens with a nuke? How much more a monkey with a nuke, man?
Yeah, monkeys with nukes.
That's why the angels is on their ass. That's what those UAPs are. Those are the angels of Israel, man.
Right.
The chairs of Israel.
Bring it out.
Okay, that the Bible speaks of. All right, and they're watching you, Esau, because they're the ones that's giving you the technology. They're the ones that's putting these brilliant ideas in your fucking mind, man.
See you think you're doing the right thing, but
we brought that out earlier. We'll say he could lay a snare for him to fall into it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? It was in the book of Psalms. We brought it out earlier. But y'all y'all know what we saying though. You know what I'm saying? I can get it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Finish yours off.
Let me get you out. Backing you up, Elder. It's an article, okay, from a Edomite named Robert Hastings, okay? in the UFO. He's a chairman. It says Robert Hastings is a UFO researcher, lecturer, author, and filmmaker who has researched declassified U.S. government documents which confirm that UFOs and incursions at nuclear weapon sites occurred as early as 1945.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, which is before that. But, you know, prior to the 40s, they didn't have the technology to be able to record shit moving that fast, you know. So technology pretty much had to catch up, right? Which soon after the 40s, right, they went into the technological race, the space race, went into the Cold War days, which eventually led into what? Habakkuk coming to pass, man. Them sitting in there amongst the stars.
Yeah.
Who gave them the ability to do that? The angels.
Obadiah.
That's what I say. What I said. Habakkuk Salaki, the book of Obadiah, man.
Yep.
Okay. That's why you had high UFO activity in the 40s. Because you had World War II happening, coming out of World War II during that time. You had a fucking World War going on at that time.
Right, bro.
So of course you're gonna have a high level of UFO activity or chariot activity because they are the ones who's deciding who's gonna win and lose.
Right, bro. Yep.
They televising the whole thing before the Lord. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah sitting on the throne, watching the whole God of the angels manipulating, recording every fucking thing.
Michael Gale, God,
the Lord just sitting on this throne like, yeah, that's it. There you go.
Get there, son.
There you go. Hey, double back around. Just in case. Yeah, hit him one more time.
Do something to make me feel better, you know. That's right.
Hit him again.
Hit him again, man. Yeah. I don't like it like that. Do it again, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. With no questions.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Back it held up, it says, which confirmed that UFO incursions at nuclear weapon sites occurred early in 1945, even before the end of World War II.
There you go. All right. Where there's war, there's chariots, baby. Why? Because the chariots are the ones that give me one. Take us out. The Lord must with the host of God.
Okay. God. All right. God.
Finish it off. We're gonna say it. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so it says.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that too. Yeah.
Go to one song.
Yeah, that's a song. God. It says. Who were involved in one or more of those incidents.
Okay, so these are 150 pilots plus who've been on multiple flights and had multiple interactions with these chariots, man. The so-called white man referred to as UAPs or UFOs, right? Right?
It says on September 27, 2010, CNN live streamed his UFOs and nukes press conference in Washington, D.C., during which 7 of those veterans discussed still classified incidents involving UFOs shutting down nuclear missiles during the Cold War era. Okay.
Give me Isaiah 54. You already know.
116.
Throw that song real out right quick, and then they're going to be the last two. Isaiah 54, core.
Yeah. 54:16.
Go ahead,
Psalm 69:22. Like it says, let this table become a snare before them.
That's right. And what?
Right? And that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Beautiful. So why are they creating all of these technically advanced weaponry, man? Okay? To what? Exercise power. So they won't lose it. So they can stay at the top. But the Lord finna bring the scripture out in Isaiah 54, that same device that they think is going to save them is going to be their fucking destruction.
Yeah.
That same device that y'all wave around trying to police the world with, get there fucking by the way, it's going to be to your fucking destruction, man. Okay? Right. So according to the Bible, when those UAPs or your UFOs are flying around your nuclear test sites and your silos, they're manipulating it. It's like a farmer going on his farm. checking on all his animals.
Yeah.
We make sure the sheep eating. We go and check on the cow, make sure they eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go back there, check on the chickens. Make sure the chickens. That's what the angels are doing, man.
Scooping everything.
They're just checking on their animals.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Right, no. So everything, like we said earlier, remember they have to appease the around him that made him. They're checking on everything, scoping everything. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created.
Who?
Behold.
And this Yahweh talking. Okay, we know it was done through Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And from Yahweh Shai on down, whether if it's a left hand, the Lord used the so-called white man to do it. If it's on the right hand, the Lord used the righteous people, the righteous to do it. Nevertheless, all glory goes back to who? Yahweh. Go ahead, huh?
Behold, I have created the smith.
Okay.
That bloweth the coals in the fire.
So the Lord created the man that created invented the atom bomb, man, or the nuclear bomb.
Right.
Robert Oppenheimer, right?
Robert J. Oppenheimer.
The Lord is telling you, I created him. So who's to be more feared? This fucking creature right here? Robert J. Oppenheimer? Of this entity that made him, and not only that, but got the thought to make something destructive.
Why? You know why?
Say it again. Hey, in order to make something like that, it takes the Lord has to be dealing with you because he's an iron worker in extreme fucking heat.
That's not spiritual power.
That's
it.
Miracles to make fire come from heaven.
Yeah.
That's literally a miracle. Lord gave him that one, right?
If you in extreme heat, you're an iron worker making something like this, what the Bible calls an instrument, okay, that you're thinking that you're doing. Which the Lord is what? Manipulating you to do it. But his, I ain't gonna say it.
Hey, it's just like when you go to we gonna go into it when you go into the Eagle. In our second answer, what is that?
11 and 12.
The Lord controlling all those seasons.
Yep.
He got them all linked into feathers. One by one, all of their lives, all of their reigns, already fucking scripted before they even come into fucking existence.
Right. Right, man.
Who gonna kill who? Yep. Who gonna be reincarnated? All that shit. That's how far advanced the angels are over you fucking scum, man. You fucking heathens don't stand a chance, man.
Yeah.
With the Allah. That's why we are so bold in the Lord, man. That's why we so bold. That's where this spiritual confidence come from, man.
Right, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know? Comfort ye one another with these words, man. Y'all better finish out, take us out. I don't know.
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Okay. And I have created the waster to destroy. Okay?
The white man created it.
No, Yahweh Shai had created this Edomite
waster to destroy. So that's why, according to the article, that's why I told you the precept is according to the article. That's why the Lord got his angels stationed in every last one of those nuclear sites because it's his shit.
Brilliant. God.
Okay, we made it plain upon the table for you.
Yeah.
That's why they both going and guarding every fucking nuclear site because it's his.
Yeah. Hey, God, hey, and all you hear about, hey, man. Go inside, yeah.
You decide when they gonna go off or
when they go home. Yeah, that's right. Stop it when they go. So now, throughout the whole four corners of the earth, you're hearing the new N word right now, which is what? Nuclear. Everybody has nuclear capabilities right now. But who did it? Yahweh Shai did it.
That's right, bro.
Okay. So when these bombs are shot off, man, you're gonna know that the prophet of the Lord spoke about this before these things took place. But by then it's gonna be too fucking late for you fucking niggas, man. Okay? And you spicks. All right? Verse 17. Well, that's it on that. That's it on that.
All right, so that hope this is an edifying lesson. by giving infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, the rule and teach world, peace and blessings to the hope and faithful elect, across the four corners, living and preaching the truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bible ball.
Bible ball.
Kwame Ashala.
Kwame Ashala.
Shalom, Mark Young. And brother say this the year, Lord willing.